Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are in the OG setup right now. This story time is not demure, and I had no business being in this situation or doing this in the first place. But I mean, it is what it is. This gonna be a quick, funny, crazy, dramatic ass story time. But y'all know before we get into any video, we have to do the word of the day. So let's go ahead and get into that. This is the story time of how I got my hair done by my man girlfriend. Or better yet, let me say my sneaky link, my trick girlfriend. Alright? I wouldn't even consider this man somebody that I was talking to for real. I'll just say I was bored and I wanted entertainment, and then I started talking to him. Backstory on me and his relationship: he been wanting to talk to me for a few years, and I always dodged him because personally he wasn't really my type. And the time that I gave him attention, it was a time where I didn't have anyone that I really wanted to talk to, I guess you could say, or be with. I was kind of just in my me phase basically. So I had responded back to him finally after probably a year and a half of him trying to talk to me. Y'all, I also want to make it known that I knew nothing about this man, nothing about his background, nothing. I just knew he wanted me for some time now, and I wanted to see what it was about. So I responded back to him, and from there we started talking. Throughout us talking, I realized that he went on dates and, wine and dine me. He handled me like a lady, y'all. And I love that because, truth be told, these men, except my man, of course, don't be really knowing how to like take care or treat women for real. So my first impression on him was that he was such a gentleman to me, basically. And I like that. So we went on a few more dates, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I low-key started to be a little bit interested in him, but it wasn't like a you gonna be my boyfriend or my man type of interested. It was more of, okay, like I can fuck with you, I can get there with you. So the first red flag that I'll definitely say that I realized about him is a certain time of day he will always get off the phone with me. Now I know some people, they will probably be like, yeah, I would have been found out, I would have been caught on just off of that. No, y'all, it wasn't necessarily like that. Wasn't my first thought, I'm not gonna lie, because he came off very single, he got his own crib and all that extra shit. Yeah. Anyways, so it was every time around probably like 9 o'clock, he will always get off the phone with me. Mind y'all, I said that I was low-key starting to get interested in him. So now I want to be on the phone with him like a lot more. So I'm getting ready to go into the phase where we sleeping on the phone and waking up on the phone together. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just like, y'all know the awkward. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay on the phone and like hopefully he don't hang up type of shit. It was like one of them. So to my surprise, the nigga hung up. So I started texting him after, like, I don't know, the third time he hung up around this time, or he always had an excuse to why we couldn't be on the phone or why we couldn't really sleep on the phone. So the excuse he gave me was, oh, like it was several, but y'all, the three ones that I remember: oh, my phone overheats if I'm on FaceTime for that long. And I'm not gonna lie, that was valid. So that's kind of why I didn't get like the suspicion, because back then when I had my old phone used to always overheat too. The second one was, oh, my phone don't charge. That's also true too, in a sense that if you have a poor battery life. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe. And the third one was his alarms. He was like, oh, if I'm on the phone, my alarms won't go off, da 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 da. That one I was like, all right, bullshit. Because then I was like, honestly, if it's that important, I'll set an alarm on my phone, because my phone don't do that, and I'll wake you up. I don't know, just trying to be on the phone with him. It's like if I had something to say like combative, he would be like, no, I just don't want to be on FaceTime because da da da. So I respect it. I wasn't trying to be too pushy. Cool. So we're not falling asleep on the phone. Cool. And honestly, I'm happy that we didn't even go that far, because truth be told, if all this shit happened while we was already booed up on the phone, I would have been more emotionally involved. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll always go on dates and stuff. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all this one red flag that I realized. We had went on a little movie theater, dine-in, date type of thing. Cool. And the movie was good, the date was fine, and it was time for us to like leave. But me, I was kind of enjoying the night, so I was like, you know what, let's go ahead and get like some ice cream. I had a sweet tooth, y'all. Like, I don't know why I be feeling like ice cream is the perfect way to end off like a nice night or whatever. Or I don't know, like, I don't know, ice cream just do it for me all the time. So I was like, let's go get some ice cream. And he was like, oh yeah, we can go do that. He was down for it. And I was like, let's take your car though. My car kind of messy. At that time, I was moving stuff into my office, so I ain't really had no space for nobody in my car but me, really. So I asked him about his car. So after I said that, he was like, oh no, like, I can't, my car don't have any gas. I thought I was taking your car. I was like, huh? Like, in my mind, I was like, but there's a gas station down the road that we can stop at. And then I was like, I basically said what I was thinking out loud. And then he was like, no, I got stuff in my car. My car kind of messy right now. That's it. That's why I don't want you in the car. So I'm like, you could have just said that and I don't mind the mess. Because y'all, at this point, I had kind of started to want to get to know him and be around him a little bit more. I kind of just wanted to see like how he was living. Because y'all, he pulled up in a nice Mercedes. And I was like, okay, like, you on top of your shit. Like, your lifestyle match how you low-key been treating me this whole time. So maybe it's a potential. But no. So after he said that, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I kind of fell back from him because that was just a little bit too sus for me. So I would say we had got on the phone maybe the next day, right? Cause we wasn't going to sleep on the phone at night. So the next day came, and I thought about it, but I didn't really want to pick a fight. Like, I kind of just wanted to choose peace or whatever, and just hope like it'll make sense later on. Cool. Like, I don't know. I just didn't want to deal with it. Like I said, I was like in my selfish me season. I really didn't care to argue with no man. So we're on the phone, and I'm just like, I want to get my hair done and all of that. Like, I was just saying like stuff that I need to do for my own maintenance that I already had planned out. So I'm like, yeah, I just need to go get my hair done. And y'all know I'm my own nail tech, so I really don't even have to worry about doing my own nails, but I like getting my toes done and my lashes. So we talking about my 3-0, my big threes, y'all. I was like, I'll pay for your maintenance if you want me to. So I was like, oh shit, okay. So that week had came of my maintenance. I got my lashes done, I got my toes done. I'm like, real happy. Mind y'all, the day of my appointment, this is when all this shit occurred. The day of my hair appointment came, and I think the day before he had sent me like the full amount of my appointment. So my appointment was probably like 130. I believe it was at 130. So he had sent me 150 for a tip. He didn't ask me no questions about who I was going to or anything like that. And honestly, I don't know, like, that wasn't a red flag for me. That wasn't alarming, because some people, like, I don't know, like, maybe he just thought it wasn't his business. I wasn't thinking of like why he ain't asked no shit like that. So to me, that was normal. I'm not gonna lie. So he sent me the 130, well, the 150 with whatever. So the day of my appointment come, and he calls me. We on the phone, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna get my hair done. And he finally asked me like, oh, who you going to? Who finna do your hair? And I'm like, it's this raw ass hairstylist, and I want her to do my hair. I've been looking at her to do my hair, but I just never really committed to it. So he was like, oh, I'm really happy that I could do that for you, and you deserve it, and I can't wait to see how you look. And he was like, you know what? I want it to be like a consistent thing for you. So what's the stylist name or Instagram? And I'll make sure that I keep your hair done. What? Okay, so boom. So I give him the info. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make up a name. I was like, oh, it's Slayed by Kaylee. Let's just say that. Slayed by Kaylee. When I said that, it's like his whole demeanor changed to the fact that, like, I don't know, it's like his whole demeanor changed. Like, he didn't want to talk no more, or he was like, the fuck type of thing, right? So I'm like, you heard me? And he was like, yeah, I heard you. Let me call you back real quick. So I'm like, okay. And he texted me, he was like, oh, I just gotta make some plays and whatever. He was like, don't text me during your appointment. I'm gonna be doing what I'm doing and I'm not gonna be able to respond. I don't want you to feel like I'm not listening. So I'm just like, why through my whole appointment? Like, why not just be like, oh, text me? I don't know, but I don't know. The word choices just sounded a little sketch for me. So this one I kind of was like, this a little iffy. I'm like, all right, like I'm not gonna lie. I was like, that's kind of weird, but okay, cool. Like, do you be safe type shit. Went, got my hair done. Mind y'all, I sit in the girl chair. It's nice, it's lovely. I'm a very open person at times. Like, I'm not gonna lie, not 24/7, but at times. So we're talking. She's open as well, and I have to mention this. I did not have his number saved at all. So my hair was done. She was doing my hair, and I think she was doing like the finishing touch on my hair with the hot comb and stuff, because I had got straight hair. A bust down. I had got a bust down at that time, and I'm texting him. His number is on saved, y'all. I gotta mention that too. So I'm like, oh, I'm about to be done in like 30 minutes or something, and no, I'm about to be done in like probably 10 minutes. I just gotta take these pictures, and I'll call you after so you can see my hair. I just text him that. And she's like in my phone, like, y'all know how hairstylists be like all over you, where you could tell they looking in your phone. And she had this little mirror, so I kind of seen from like my I kind of seen her like leaning over a little bit to where it's like she could be in my phone. So after I had text that, she had burnt me. She literally burnt me. Like, bro, like she was flat ironing my hair and she just let that bitch sit right there and burnt my head. So I'm like, what the fuck? And she was like, oh, my bad. And then I don't know, awkward silence happened because my job, we've been talking this whole time and now she just got hella quiet. So she quiet and I'm like, I don't know what I said. I just said something. And then she was like, you talk to anybody? And I'm like, I mean, not really, but I recently just started talking to this dude. Why? Because that was like a weird ass question, random too. So she was like, you know TJ? Like, that's a fake name. She was like, you know TJ? And I'm like, no, TJ. And then she started getting real loud and she was like, I just see my man number in your phone. You do know TJ. You do know who I'm talking about. So I'm like, girl, TJ, I don't know no nigga named TJ. You mean Jason? This is a fake name too. So I'm like, I'm talking, my dude name is Jason. So she was like, that's who TJ is. Da, 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 da. Excuse me, bitch. I don't know no real name. Like, I don't know no real names around this bitch. I know the name that he gave me, whether it's his street name or whatever. That's the name that I addressed him as, not no damn TJ. So me and her, we get into it. We going back and forth. And in my mind, I'm like, there is no fucking way I'm the one in this fucking position. You really telling me, like, right now, I got the nigga that I'm talking to, girl, doing my whole head? Like, that's trifling as fuck. And then I'm, like, angry because it's like, if you knew that this was your girl, why didn't you even, like, say something? Just be like, no. Like, matter of fact, fuck the even saying something to me. Why the fuck are you talking to other bitches if you got a girlfriend? It don't make sense. So we're going back and forth. Me and the girl going back and forth. And I just end up saying, girl, I didn't know that I was your man. I didn't even know he had a man. So she kind of simmered down through this whole transaction. And I was telling her, I was like, you know what? I'm sorry because I know how I would act if I was in that position. And it was never my, like, bitch, I already know. Like, how much can I apologize? I was like, I did not know that I was your man. He's all yours. Trust me. He's all yours. So she ended up calming down, and I ended up basically saying, you know what, I got a plan. And I had texted him. I was like, I made up this lie basically, y'all. And I was like, oh, the girl who's supposed to do my hair, she didn't get a chance to do my hair. Someone in her suite did, but her fees are different. So he ended up sending me $150, like another $150. I had told him I need another $150. Sent it. And I paid her the full $150 and I kept myself a $150 because y'all know what? You're gonna pay me for this fucking inconvenience. This shit is like weird as fuck and you're gonna pay me for this fucking inconvenience. So she ended up, I was like, yeah, I'm about to leave and whatever. She was like, yeah, I'm about to text him and sort this out or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, you go ahead, bitch. Because at this point, this don't got nothing to do with me. I leave and he ended up texting me. Mind y'all, I had cut him off. He's texting me. And I'm like sending her screenshots of what he's texting me, because at this point, girl, that's your man. If you want him, keep him. Listen, my hair is done. I don't care. My maintenance is done. Check everything. Bye bye. So she ended up telling me that I guess he had a warrant out or some shit like this. Mind y'all, I don't know none of this nigga business. I did not know that this was the damn criminal. Nothing. So she ended up, I guess, calling the police on him. And he got arrested because he had warrants. And even when this nigga wasn't in jail, he was still calling me on some shit. And I just let her know, like, bro, I don't know what it is, but he's still on my phone. I just want you to know that I'm not playing that shit over here. And I just wrote my final little message, and I was like, good luck with everything and whatever. I hope your business thrive. And I left it just at that, because that shit was the craziest shit ever. These niggas will really like play in your fucking face. That was the story time of the day. I just thought I'd drop a little extra story time through this little week. But y'all, like I always say, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.